Hello, everyone, and welcome to our video for today, Choosing Peace in Uncertainty and Chaos. And let's be honest, our world right now is very chaotic. But here's something that I want to remind you of, that fear, just like love, is a choice that we make moment by moment. Fear is all based on our own judgments, perceptions, thoughts, and ideas that we have about certain situations that we perceive, that we see. But do you want to know what A Course in Miracles says a miracle is? It's just a shift in perception from fear, false evidence appearing real, to love. What is love but reality, the truth? And I want to share with you two really powerful tools that can help you to begin that shift. And our first tool, your ego may balk at this. It may say, no, I don't want this. I don't need this, because it's going to sound so simple. But we have to remember that the ego is all about complexity. It loves things to be complex. Spirit loves things to be simple. And so, if let's say you're sitting down just on your couch, or maybe you're driving to work, maybe you just see something on TV, hear a conversation, hear something on the radio that disturbs your peace in whatever way, be it, maybe you're having a great day, you're smiling, you're on your way to work, then you hear this thing and it kind of brings a little bit of a frown to your face. Even that, you can use this tool with. And it's so simple and it's so easy. And there's no you don't have to use these exact words. It doesn't have to be done when, Pluto is in the ninth house of Capricorn or anything like that. It's something that you can use that is easy, simple, and practical, because the most important step that you take isn't necessarily the first one. It is the mindset in which you take that step with that is the most important. And all you have to say to your higher power, be that you call it your angels, your guides, you call it unconditional love, divine love, universal love, universe, higher self, guides, angels, ancestors, the pink and yellow spaghetti monster in the sky, whatever it is you ascribe your higher power, all you have to do is say this with intention. Say it with sincerity. Spirit, help me to see this through your eyes. That's it. Spirit, help me to see this through your eyes. And what that's going to do is that automatically is an invitation from you to Spirit to come in and begin to show you the reality of love that is beyond your judgments, beyond your perceptions, beyond what you think and think you know about a situation, a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. It's that invitation, that little willingness. That's all that Spirit needs from you, is just your little willingness. And you saying that one little saying, or, you could just say peace. You don't have to say Spirit, show me this through your eyes, or you could just be like, okay, I want peace instead of this. I could see peace instead of this. Whatever is going to help you to realize in that moment, okay, my peace is disturbed and I want to return to that. Even if it's just a slight little, frown to your face, use it. Because what that's going to do is, again, it's that invitation. And that's all Spirit needs. Spirit does not wait on time. It waits on welcome. And that sincerity that you have to return to peace is the welcome that it needs. But why does this work? And that's what I really want to focus on right now is, well, why does this work? Well, again, remember, fear is a reaction to false evidence appearing real. To choose peace is a response from love. And then from that loving response, you can take a loving action Okay. Instead of a fearful reaction. You're from love, we respond. From fear, we react. And that's what this is helping us to do. It's helping us to acknowledge, okay, this is how I'm feeling. And instead of reacting, I'm going to choose to begin to think in a new way, to begin to facilitate a new habit of responding to fear. And I'm going to say that again. This helps us to create a new habit that helps us to respond to fear instead of react from it. And it's just that simple. Again, I could see peace instead of this. Spirit, please show me peace instead of this, or just simply saying peace. I want peace. That's it. Simple, but you have to say it with sincerity. And what does that mean to say it with sincerity? It means that you are willing to give up your judgments about this particular person, place, thing, or idea. You are willing to be shown the truth. Because right now, what you're seeing or what you may be observing or perceiving is that false evidence appearing real. You are seeing your own thoughts, beliefs, and ideas projected outside of you. And that's our ego's way of trying to get us to come play the game with it, to keep us engaged. So it shows us this whole world of illusions where our thoughts, beliefs, ideas, and judgments are just projected out there. It looks like we are victims of the world. And Spirit says, hold on. Yes, you're seeing this. We acknowledge this. But remember, just like fear is a choice, love is a choice as well, right? So it's just that choice. That's it. It's just a choice. And we're choosing to create, or we're choosing to make a new habit and choosing to respond to fear instead of react from it. So what if you do this? Let's say you do this, but let's say you don't hear anything. Does that mean you've done something wrong? No. Does that mean spirit has forsaken you? No. Does that mean that you're not going to be answered? No. What if you don't feel more peaceful? Does that mean you've done something wrong? No. All of those things, that's all the ego. It's just saying like, oh, well, you didn't hear an answer. So therefore, that's it. You got to just react, react, react. It's okay. We are learning how to respond. This is a moment by moment practice. And you will begin to hear Spirit's voice in whatever way. Maybe it's, through your clairaudience where you actually hear it. Maybe it's clairvoyance where you kind of see something. Maybe it's clairsentience or clairgustance or claircognizance, sentience, where you feel it or you just know what to do. That next step that Spirit's like, yeah, maybe that step is just to surrender, just to sit and just to be. Or maybe there will be an action step that you need to take that Spirit will direct. You're not directing it. You're letting Spirit direct it. So don't get upset with yourself if you're not, like you say this and you don't automatically feel peace. That's okay, because that's actually going to lead us to our next tool, which is paying attention to your emotions. And all that this is, and again, it's so simple. And I know these are things that you've probably heard before, but I want to ask you this question. As you pay attention to your emotions, have you been paying attention to them? And if you have you been noticing that you're able to shift out of them a lot more quickly? Because the more you pay attention to your emotions, the more you're going to see that our emotions are only pointing us, because they're guideposts, they're just pointing us and saying, hey, here's where your focus is right now. You're focusing on these thoughts, ideas, beliefs, and judgments that aren't serving you. Like that's where you're focused. That's why you're feeling this way. So wouldn't it be so much better if I could choose, because remember, each moment is a choice where I could choose a new thought. I could choose a new emotion. And this isn't about negating your emotions. It's not about spiritually bypassing. It's about acknowledging the emotion. And then as you acknowledge it, as you allow yourself to feel it in whatever way, shape, or form that feels healthy for you, after you do that, then shifting, pivoting, and being like, whoa, okay, we don't have to go from fear all the way to joy or from fear all the way to peace, but we can do little pivots in the meantime to help us get to that space. Because again, What are our emotions showing us? They're showing us what thoughts we're focusing on. And then we get to ask ourselves the question, do I want to continue to focus on this? And if I do, okay, great, wonderful. But just realize the more you focus on it, the more you're going to feel that way. And that's when it brings us back to spirit. We can say, spirit, right now, I'm feeling, really sad as I witness this thing on the TV. We take that deep breath because we're acknowledging the emotion. Okay, I'm feeling this. I'm allowing myself to feel sad about it. Okay. Spirit, I could see peace instead of this. And we let it go. Because when we do that, what we are really saying there is, I'm noticing my emotion and I'm ready to shift. Now, again, not shifting from fear automatically to peace. It may be from fear, being sadness, anger, grief, and just shifting to like maybe something just a little bit higher than that. So maybe you're feeling sad, then you're feeling angry, then you're feeling indignant, then you're feeling, pride, then you're feeling, discomfort. And then you just keep on going up and up and up until you get to that peace, until you can you're choosing thoughts that feel a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. That's it. Simple, easy. Now, the thing I do want to preface this with is that as we do this, as we're saying, I want to see peace instead of this, or I could see peace instead of this. Again, it's a gradual shift. Now, there are going to be times that it happens just like that, and you get to see the miracle in action. And when you get to that point, let me tell you, because I've had a couple myself, it's amazing. It just, your mind blows. But this isn't about painting the picture the way you think that it should be. You're asking spirit to show you peace instead of this. You are not saying, okay, spirit, I want to see the picture now reflect this. That's not what we're doing. And I want to be really clear about this. When you say, spirit, I could see, or I want to see peace instead of this, or spirit, I want to see this through your eyes, it doesn't mean that we are painting over it with pink fondant, or we're putting on rose-colored glasses and sprinkling, pink fairy dust everywhere. No, that's not what we're doing, because then all you're doing is making a mud pie try to look like a 10-tier wedding cake. You may be able to cover it with fondant. It may look really pretty, but honey, you're going to cut into that, and guess what's going to happen? It's going to taste terrible, right? Because all you're doing is covering it up. We don't want to cover it up. We want to uncover it, and we want to see the truth. We want to see the real wedding cake. We don't want to see a mud pie decorated like a wedding cake. We want to see the real wedding cake. We want to see the real surprise. We want to see the real thing. And that's what we're asking for. That's what this saying is helping us to do. It's helping us to reveal reality without our judgments upon it or our personal preferences. I could see peace instead of this, or I am choosing peace, or spirit, help me to see this through your eyes. It's all about the present moment. It's all about being grounded in that moment and choosing to respond out of love in that moment and being honest with yourself about how you feel. This isn't about trying to cover up your emotions. It's actually about being really honest and really vulnerable with yourself and with spirit and saying, okay, I'm really disturbed by this. And, I'm really angry about this, or I'm really indignant about this. And spirit, I could see peace instead of this. I'm honoring my emotion because it's telling me that I am currently focused on the false evidence appearing real. And I want to see the miracle. I want to see the truth. And I'm willing to do so by simple asking. And then, and then acknowledging that spirit's going to show you the truth. It may not be instantaneous. It may not even be what you think it is, but that's the beauty. Is it doesn't have to be what you think it is. And it doesn't have to be an instant change, because spirit cannot give to you what you are not willing to have. Spirit can't do that, because then you'd see it as an attack. Your mind would, even though you're like, oh no, I really want that. You are saying it cognitively, but emotionally, you're not there yet. And that's okay. Spirit isn't expecting you to be perfect. So just remember, this is not about perfection. This is about progress. This isn't about saying the right words. It's about having the sincerity and the honesty with yourself and spirit. This isn't about woo woo. Oh my gosh, okay, if I say this, everything's going to magically shift and change in front of me. This is grounded alignment, grounded habitual thinking that we are rewiring in ourselves just by saying this one thing, but meaning it with our hearts, meaning it emotionally, not just saying it to say it, but really feeling, Spirit, please show me. I'm willing to give up. I'm willing to divest all of my attachments that I have to a particular outcome, to the way that I think that it should be. So that is our video for today. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for being here. And if you feel so inclined, I would love to hear how you're using this in your life, or how just simply choosing to be honest with yourself and honest with spirit is beginning to help you open up a little bit more, and maybe even begin to have a deeper dialogue with spirit in whatever way. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk with you soon.